tools we're going to need. We're going to need a square nose shovel and a come along or mud rake. Both of these are square nose tools. We want to make sure that we use square nose tools in placing concrete and not spades, round nose shovels, because they displace the concrete and leave voids. A magnesium bull float, and we have a wood float.
Next, float the surface using the wood bull float. The float will promote bleed water and prepare the surface for brick form.
You need to determine which floats are needed in your area for your application. In some areas that have high air content, we use nothing but magnesium floats. Areas that don't have a whole lot of air content and have a huge amount of bleed water, we use wood floats or a fiberglass resin float to do all of our floating. Next off is you want to make tools, a magnesium hand trowel to go with a magnesium float. Use wood derbies and wood hand floats to go with your wood.
Should be taken to keep edges flat and to grade. This will ensure proper drainage and uniform texture.
Next off is we want to make sure that we have our screeds, a good aluminum screed. To screed off our slabs and keep them nice and flat is an ideal tool. You can have a I can find in a hand edger and a walking edger to do all my edging. The reason being is that I want to make sure that my surface stays flat. The bigger my tool, the wider and longer it is, the flatter my surface stays. The next thing is it's blue. That slab open and keep the bleed water coming out. So on my decorative concrete slabs, I use all blue steel. Next off, we'll get over
colors and pastels may require up to 100 pounds per 100 square feet. Allow time for the concrete to moisten the hardener and float the surface with a wood or magnesium bull float. The edges should be tooled at this time, again taking care not to roll the complete, the balance of the color hardener may be applied. Check areas for touch-up, especially the edges. At this time, a magnesium float may be used to increase surface tension. Once uniform coverage is achieved, smooth out the surface of the concrete using a Fresno or a steel trowel. This will provide a smooth and even surface that will better prepare the surface to accept texture through the use of brick form texture mats.
Steel hand trowels on the slab because these, when they hit the surface of the slab, tell the concrete to set up and have a huge tendency of crusting over. So we want to stay with our blue steel hand trowels, lay down and finish trowels to do all of our finish work. And then also one of my favorite tools is a walking trowel, funny trowel, crazy trowel, whatever you like to call it. Put a pool trowel on a pole system for doing all my finished work and stuff. It's just an ideal tool for me. And next off is having all of our safety equipment, our gloves, our mask, and our safety glasses.
Safety glasses, face masks, gloves, boots, and knee pads.